Oh, huh. So, yeah, today's good little Sunday right now. Went to a Renaissance fair with my partner. Amazing fucking time. I haven't gone in a long time. Like, I went a few times when I was, early kid, middle-aged kid, like with my uncle and my adult cousins a couple times. A lot of fucking fun. So, like, I forgot how much I enjoyed that stuff. And I mean, as a kid when I went, it felt like I was in a historical reenactment. Because I didn't know any better, right? Because I see a bunch of people in costumes. They've got the procession with the king and the whole fucking thing. As an adult now, I'm like, oh, it's basically a craft fair where everybody dresses up. And the cool thing about it is that I'm okay with that. I think that's fucking dope. And so, like, honestly, like, I felt underdressed because I didn't really have any outfits like that. I haven't been, keeping up on my costumes. But, yeah, no, I'm planning out a costume to wear. Kind of like a druidy mushroom guy type of thing, spider webs and stuff. Like, I'm kind of in, like, the early stages of it. But yeah, just, like, fucking so much fun. So much, good vibes. That's cool. So I got a glass pen, like, you dip in ink and write with it, and it writes surprisingly well. Like, he had, like, samples of it. He's like, yeah, try writing with it. And it was really good. And I got, like, a journal and everything, and I don't know what to put in the journal, but that's okay, because I will figure it out. Yeah. And then just, so much, like I said, just so much good vibes. I still got ink on my hands, because that's another thing that happens in a lot of this stuff. If you've ever been to any kind of a con, any kind of a, Renn Faire, anything like that, is that a lot of people have little trinkets. And it'd be little trinket stuff they take with them, and they'll be trading trinkets or handing out trinkets to people. And so my partner did that. Her whole outfit was like a red mushroom girl, and so she had a bunch of little red mushroom hairpins, and so and she would have a bunch of them on her shirt. And so as she would meet people, she would give hairpins, give them to kids and everything. It was a blast. And so that was really cool. Met up with met up with a friend and her partner, and this is a friend of mine who I've known since high school, who our lives are very connected with each other. And it's kind of interesting because the primary person that connected us for all these years is someone who she is no longer with, and I used to be my best friend. And when I tell you that we are both so much happier than we were 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, it's insane. It's intense. Because, like, I saw her and I saw her partner, and I've got her on social media. I see her and her partner hang out all the time, and I see, like, all the stuff that they're doing. That's really cool. But to see it in person and to see just how much she glows with happiness, and I'm like, I could not be happier for her. This is someone who, I really like as a person. I'm really glad that she's happy. It's so awesome. I made sure to tell her, like, at the time, and then I've been messaging her since. Things we'll be talking about other fairs coming up, and the stuff that we each individually did. And yeah, just she is radiantly happy, and her partner is treating her so well and is really opening her up to love and happiness and all this stuff. And I'm glad to see it for her, and what's even better is that she's glad to see it for me too, because I'm going through a very similar metamorphosis. So that was and it's one of those things too where it's nice to see someone else who knows you from then and is like, you look so much happier now. You look like you're so much lighter now, like so much more carefree now. I love that. Let's see. Met one person who was our first little. Well, it wasn't the first trick we got, but it was pretty early on, and they were like dressed up in like garb, and they're like, "Oh, would you like to accept, a Fae trinket?" And I'll let you know it is cursed. And this curse, what it was like little bottles that had like a little like reflective like stuff in them, right? And the stuff is like, you can kind of see a little bit of it there. It's kind of leaking out of the bottles. And so it got on my hands. A metric ton of it was on this person's hands. And so they're like, yeah, it's slightly cursed. You'll have the curse on your hands. And it was such a cool way to describe, hey, you're going to get some of this ink on your hands. And it was great. Did a tarot reading, which was really interesting. That was so like it. Tarot has never really worked on me. Like, the chaotic energies that surround me have always made it a little weird. This one, though, was wild. Because initially it was supposed to be 2 cards. And so she starts to shuffle the deck, and we're like, first shuffle, 1 card flies out. He's okay, cool. And she's shuffling, she goes to pop 1 more out, and 2 pop out. It's like, okay, that's awesome. And so, as she went through it, what was described to me was, like a lot of growth, a lot of change, a lot of finding happiness, a lot of like, like learning to open up yourself to change and to life and to beauty and embracing the inner child. And as she's saying this, me and my partner are looking at each other, because this is literally the exact shit that I've been doing. And as I've talked about on multiple of these videos, that is what's happening to me. And so it was really interesting to see how well it picked. Obviously, it's just cards, and blah 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 blah. And so like I'm gonna mix it, because on the one hand, I know it's just cards. It's there is not a lot of tangible, factual stuff in tarot cards and stuff like that. However, one of the things in Satanism, especially the more traditional LaVeyan Satanism, is that when you benefit from the black magics, or when you interact with the black magics, you cannot then turn around and deny the black magic and deny the magic's effect. So, the long-winded way of saying is that, like, I am someone who questions the magic, but I am not going to deny the magic, especially when the magic is making it very clear that it's trying to reach out to me. And believe me, I have a more scientific brain. I like to be able to explain things. I don't believe in, there's a lot that I have trouble believing in because it's not graspable, but I also understand that life and existence is a mysterious thing, and there's plenty of stuff that, just because it's not tangible doesn't mean it's not there. I mean, just look at like biology and science and atoms and stuff like that. All that kind of ties into it, right? Like, and just because I can't explain it doesn't mean it's not explainable. And just because popular, just because popular science says that, oh, this isn't true, doesn't, science doesn't know everything. Science is the exploration of the world. And a big part of science is that, hey, sometimes you're wrong, and sometimes we learn new things that change everything we thought we believed. No, this is not justification for bullshit like flat earth that's been proven, or like anti-vax and shit like that, but I kind of put this thing as, you know what? I can be open to the energies of the universe, and I can still also, strive to quantify the things in my life. Both can be true. Because I'm also willing to go, you know what? I don't know why this is happening, but I'm going to accept it. I don't know why I now have been, you know, blessed with a partner who makes me feel loved and supported and, you know, makes me feel safe. But I'm going to accept it. So that was cool. Lots of vendors. That was a lot of fun. Got to see some musicians. I'm kicking myself for not taking pictures. So much cool stuff I could have seen. There was a woman in like she was on fucking stilts, so she, on her stilts, was probably about 1.5 feet taller than me. Like, my eye level was about her, like, waist level, which was cool. And she had, like, dragon wings and, like, a big dragon tail that, like, went down to the ground. Like, it was brushing the ground on her stilts, and she had, like a partial dragon mask that was hella cool. She was a lot of fun. You know, we talked to her for a little bit. I got a little dragon wing necklace thing from her that's really cool. You know, dragon head. I'd have to look at it again. But yeah, a lot of fun. Yeah. Wish I would have taken pictures. Wish I would have done a little more of that. You know, got to meet a bunch of people, and like, you know, I feel like some of it too is coming back on when I was talking about going to the gay club and community, because I felt a lot of that same camaraderie there, because everybody's there is having a great time. Everybody, you know, so many people are dressed up and in character, and I'm like, that's so much fun. And like for me, like I'm planning a thing, because I literally want to be able to, you know, put on a bunch of stuff, become a character, and then just like talk in a funny voice for the day and have fun and interact with people. I am a theater kid at heart, and to be able to, I'm going to dress up in a fun, silly outfit, and I'm going to be whimsical and talk in a voice all day and be a character. Oh, fucking sign me up. There's another of the long list of things where it's like both my partner and I are having a great time. It's one of those, you know, best date day ever type things. We have those a lot. And then we also do the thing of like, why haven't we done this more? And so now we're, you know, it gives us another cool thing to do. Yeah, I mean, it's just, you know, and it's kind of funny because I know a lot of people that I could describe that to, and they're going to be like, that sounds dumb. And for some of them, it's going to be, well, because, you know, you're dressing up in costume. Most people are going to say it's dumb because we drove 2 hours to go to basically a craft fair, right? Because that was 80 to 90% of the booths that were there were people selling stuff. Selling jewelry, selling clothes, selling bags, selling toy weapons, like all kinds of different stuff, right? Like, and yes, absolutely, it is a craft fair. But I could have gone, spent zero money, and been just as happy, right? Like, the only things I bought is I bought a ring and like some kind of like cyberpunky elf ears. Like it's like the jewelry elf ears, but they've got like gears and stuff on them, and I got mismatched ones, which makes it even better because I mean I like the asymmetrical stuff. My partner bought us both the glass pen journals, and then I got a walking stick, which is going to be nice anyway, because her and I have been hiking a lot more lately too, and hiking sticks are dope. And so, and because it's me, I'm going to use, she has a wood burning set, so I'm going to like burn a bunch of like designs and runes and stuff. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a lot of fun. So I just, you know, and I think that's the thing, is that like, it's important to find time for whimsy. And I think on that note, it's important to just enjoy whimsy. Because so many people are so stuck on having to be serious and having to grind and having to, you know, being bogged down by stuff. And don't get me wrong, I still have stuff in my life. Like, yeah, a lot of it's good. We talk about how much a lot of it's good. But there's a lot of it that's, like, you know, you know, not everything in my life is perfect. I still have, you know, I still have trials and tribulations and troubles and all that stuff. But you know what? Having those really fun days where you can just kind of exhale and just not think about it for a minute, not think about it for a day, it's nice to have. That, I mean, I got to spend the day with my partner just having an absolute blast. Interacting with people, having so much fun, seeing a bunch of cool stuff, and just, like, being able to nerd out together. And that's worth its weight in gold. Like, being able to just be together and enjoy stuff together and just be happy is... it's nice to be able to do. And it's really nice to not feel like I have to be like, oh, yeah, you know, I'm going to be nerdy. Don't judge me too harshly. Because you know what? She was just as nerdy. She was right there with me, having just as much fun. And I guarantee you, had I started talking in a voice, she would have started talking in a voice too. And it was a blast. And so we're definitely going to do more stuff like that. Talking to my friend, she's really involved with a lot of stuff, so it's really cool to it's just really cool that she's like, hey, got this coming up, you might be interested in this as well. It's just a lot of fun. But yeah, I don't know, happy update. We're having a good time. Yeah, be whimsical, be nerdy, be fun, and go do the stuff that people will say there's no purpose to. Because people are going to say there's no purpose to it because it's not earning you money, it's not fixing your life, it's not doing this, not... I'd argue it is fixing your life because you're having a good time. But, like, the bigger thing for me is that, you know, we talk about, like, self-care, self-help. Taking care of your, taking care of your mental health sometimes is, let's go be whimsical for the day. Let's go be happy for the day. I don't know. That's where I'm at. I'm having a great time. Hopefully you are too. And, yeah, go to a Renn Faire. You'll have fun.